They're describing this problem in their bathroom as the nightmare from hell. Look at this. Been having issues with the drywall in my bathroom, and it even causing other rooms to have the drywall have circle spots pop out where the nails are. Ever since I moved in, it kept getting worse and worse. It's been 4 years, and I've done some touch-up jobs, but as you can see, I'm no professional and was just trying things out. I used to think that the drywall was messing up because my wife wasn't using the fan during her devil-like hot showers. Come to find out, while I was replacing the fan to see if that would help, that when we moved in about 4 years ago, that the new roof the association had put in before we moved in was faulty. Sorry, wife. Sorry, dear. Sure you are. I'm kidding. As you can see from the provided photos, that the exhaust tubing doesn't go anywhere. The roofers just covered up the hole and kept moving on. What advice do you guys have before I go to my association about this? Well, my advice, and here's what he's talking about. You can see there was a vent there before, and my advice is going to be that you need to find out is if your association, since they hired the roofing contractors, do they have some liability? I'm going to bet that they're going to tell you to pound sand because associations only seem to like to take your money, not pay it out. In addition to which, what you really need to end up doing is you're going to need to hire a roofer. Here's my recommendation. Fix the problem. Get the problem fixed first. Then deal with who's to blame. Odds are, at the end of the day, you're probably going to have to cover this out of pocket. Here's what you need. A lot of roofers call these fart fans. This is a 4-inch Braun vent, Broan. They sell these at Home Depot, Home Desperation, Lowe's. They'll charge you 5 times what it should cost if you go to an Ace Hardware. Point is, it's available. On the rooftop, it resembles this after it's installed. I recommend you get this kind here with I don't know what the hell they call that on the bottom, but that circle on the bottom. Some of the kits have a secondary piece that you can install on there, so you have your choice of going either way. The reason you want that was with the piping you have. You're going to want to get in the attic and actually attach that to the vent, the pipe to the vent, and then there's going to be a zip tie or one of those rings like on your dryer that you screw down and tighten up. And you can tell those are all technical terms, and I'm kidding. I'm sorry, I don't know the technical terms for what you call those pipes and things, but I'm a roofer. I mean, we have calluses on our knuckles, not because we work hard, but because when we walk, our hands drag on the ground like large apes. Okay, we're talking primates. That's all we are as roofers. We're not the brightest books in the shed. You can tell because you don't keep books in the shed. That's how bright we are. That being said, I would really recommend you probably go get a roofer to install this for you. It's going to cost you a couple $100. You should be able to find somebody that has a small company or a guy that works by himself that could come out and do a good job. You're probably going to need 2 because you have 2 pipes there. I would just go with that. He's going to need to get it in the attic and install this. Why this happens? Well, especially when those vents connect, like yours do. Some of them, they actually have a hole in there and they go up and they mount it. And so you can take the vent off and not have to worry about reconnecting the pipe to the vent. But when they're not, it can be a royal pain in that thing we sit on to disconnect and connect, especially if the hose is short. Now, sometimes if the hose is longer, you can pull it out of the roof and you can do it. The reason it didn't get done, there's 3 reasons to choose from. Laziness, or you have a cheap contractor. Or D, all of the above. The correct answer is D, all of the above. Somebody got lazy. That's just what it is. Or they just didn't care. Neither one is acceptable. Get that done. And then after that, some states, they only have to give a 1-year warranty on workmanship and stuff like that. But here in the great state of Utah, where I am, I guess I should show the pipes that are going on. Bad workmanship, you can go back on a contractor forever if it's like negligence. So their warranty period, doesn't matter. You would want to talk to your state licensing board. One other thing you may have to look for too is if the homeowners association doesn't want to help you, and at least find out who the contractor was, if they're even still in business, because it's a very possibility that it's a very likelihood that they're not in business anymore. But if they are, and they don't want to come and make it right, I mean, you can give them a call and see if they'll come make it right. But if they won't, some states have what is called like a recovery fund or something like that, where you can get these repairs done, take that to the state recovery fund, and they'll walk you through the process. It's different in every state, and not every state has a recovery fund. But contractors in those states where they do have that, they have to contribute money every year to it to fix crap like this. So there may be money there for you to get that fixed. There may not be. Perhaps the contractor is bonded, or this is not something always that their insurance is going to cover, but their bond might. And you might need to get a judgment for that. I'd advise you getting like a legal shield program, and maybe they can help you with that. But most contractors aren't going to give up their bonding and insurance information, but some states have it on file. And it might be worth your time to just call the state and see if they have it on file. That's what it's going to take to recoup your money. Even if you get a judgment against them and you don't have that bonding information, you may or may not ever get paid. But I would start with getting it fixed first. If you can find out who the contractor is and they're still in business, I would give them a few days to try to send someone out to make it right. I probably wouldn't wait much more than that. Not the answers you want to hear, but I hope it helps. Happy roofing.